Daniel Chow from Drift Cave Motorsports. On Saturday, we had a pretty eventful day. We were able to get set up early on Friday night and get everything we need to go for Saturday morning. Went to driver's meeting, very organized drift event, and just really excited to be there at the same time. After driver's meeting, we're pretty much set to hit the track.
We were going pretty solid in practice and ended up pushing a little too hard and going off the track about probably 80 miles an hour, top of fourth, hitting the wall, knocking myself out, and then ended up staying up till like 3 in the morning, welding bars back on, pulling the car straight, alignment back. It was a nightmare.
Huge bummer because we weren't really sure what we were going to do with the car up to that point. Dom's father and I decided to tackle this and try to get the car fixed, hopefully before the end of the day or before Sunday competition practice. Right off the bat, Dom was immediately comfortable with the car again. After a few laps in, we did some checkovers, made sure everything was running good. We were chasing small gremlins, nothing huge, but we're able to kind of troubleshoot everything and get Dom the practice time he needed before qualifying. As soon as we kind of had a good idea of what the field was like and what we needed to do on track, Dom and I came up with a really good game plan of how he needs to run this qualifying run and ended up scoring 87. I definitely felt it was one of the better runs all day in qualifying, and the judges thought so as well and rewarded us with the #1 qualifier. Chasing some gremlins still, we were able to get everything fixed going into the top 16 battle. Tough car that he went up against. Immediately matched us right off the bat, and we knew that we had to push a little bit harder. But unfortunately, during Dom's lead run, he had hit one of the rumble strips going into or out of clip #1, and he bent the passenger side tie rod. It was a mad rush to fix it. Obviously, the US Drift guys were able to coordinate us getting back to the pits, gave us the time that we needed to get cars running and have us start working on the car. Unfortunately, we did have to call a 5 minutes to complete the task. And that's kind of when the clock was ticking and the minutes were being screamed out as we're trying to piece the car back together. Fortunately enough, I was able to get the car in somewhat of a drivable condition. My goal for Dom was, I kind of had the feeling that we weren't going to advance just because of the condition of the car, but I just wanted Dom just to go out there and lay down a lap and see what it was like, after just tinkering on it and trying to make it the best as possible. And you know what? He did phenomenal. I saw immediately that there was an issue with the front tie rod, but he hung on like a madman and laid down a pretty clean run. But unfortunately, a couple mistakes added up, and the other car was victorious in the top 16 battle. That kind of wraps up our weekend here. It's been a pretty eventful one, but we can't wait to come back for round 4 of US Drift.